Let's see if we can get there. Progress is so much slower than anybody else streaming, guaranteed. Okay. Oop. Just ignore that part of the shirt.
Bryce Adams. Yeah. You realize your shirt's on backwards, right?
No.
Bryce Adams. You realize your shirt's on backwards, right?
No.
Well, what's your job?
Well, right now it's to make sure you do yours.
Carry me?
No!
Well, what's your job?
I turned into a soup.
Alright, here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I think I'm still in this Discord server. Not a good starting spot. I don't even want to start doing that. Completely my fault. I shouldn't even fucking push him. Tried to shoot at him. Should have kept running. Is what it is. Stanny killed me. Good job, Stanny. Good job, Stanny.
Was Mom there?
You want to put the fish and the veggies on at the same time there?
You just want to stop questioning Auntie Tanis's cooking?
Still, you gotta squirt a
Thing. He didn't charge us a building fee. Every dollar is accounted for here. 6-core Ryzen 5000 processor, ASRock motherboard, Kingston NVMe SSD, and RX 7700 CPU. Oh, look at that. A brand name power supply. In terms of quality, is this 3 times the quality of the one we just looked at? I think so. Yeah. But how was his communication?
He was great. He was understanding when we had to reschedule. He was very prompt and clear. He even offered us multiple ways to pay him. He could do a 50% deposit, and he would order all the parts himself.
That's a little risky.
Yeah, or we could just bring the parts to him, and he would build it for us.
Wait, for free?
Yeah.
What's his business model?
He says he just has free time, and he likes building computers.
So 10 for communication?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna need another field for business savvy, because Keaton is setting very unrealistic expectations. I mean, was the pickup perfect too?
No, he's doing it for the love of the game. I love the guy. I think he's perfect. I'm gonna give 10s across the board, just so you heads up.
Reach out. We want to be friends with
We
you.
want to be friends.
Alright. How about Miroslav? This seems this was huge engineering, but I couldn't help noticing that's an NZXT case.
Yeah, well, Miroslav is like 17 years old, and the reason he's selling computers is because he's trying to save up for college.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So he's certainly more...
He was also happy to throw in extra fans at a discount.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give one of them back for going with quality cooling and a quality power supply. Those are very easy for people to cheap out on and take advantage of a not very knowledgeable customer, and Miroslav chose not to do that.
He was really helpful in other ways. Like, instead of just looking at prices on PC Part Picker, he actually went and found, like, bundles on, like, Canada Computers. However, the bundle we ended up getting basically was the literal price of buying each of the individual components alone. So, neither here nor there.
Alright. I mean, they're good parts.
Yeah, it was an A for effort.
I probably would have done what Keaton did and spent a little more on GPU and a little less on CPU, but depending on what we were trying to accomplish, this is a perfectly reasonable parts list as well. How was the pickup?
Good. A little bit awkward. He's a young guy. I think I was pretty awkward at that age as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just at that age.
Yeah, thank you. His communication over Facebook was actually really good. He sent some photos of the case like I got slightly damaged in transit. I can't see it from here.
Oh, yeah, I
but
see it.
yeah, very slight damages, but he was very upfront with that, which was nice.
That's great. 9? 8?
7.
I think 7. 8. So far, the professional's not looking so hot.
But professional might have the performance where it counts. Let's pretend we don't know that.
Oh, okay. This is true. Maybe.
Leave them some suspense for crying out loud. He didn't charge us a building fee.
Story time on how I found the 2-hour-long video of my boyfriend cheating on me with my best friend. So this all happened because we went on a trip to Las Vegas, right? We were having a blast. And this certain night wasn't just any night. This was the night that was going to ruin my life forever. We're all dancing, having fun in the living room, turning up.
Normally there's water in here, so we're hoping to find some. Okay. I'm gonna hop up top here really quick. See if I can notice anybody running around over here. Don't hear anybody. Should probably go scav. didn't kill that dude. Shot him twice in the chest with BP, but apparently that's not good enough. Let's just look. It doesn't, it just says looted heavy damage. That's all it says. Okay, well, let's go do a scav. Not gonna do a scav, I lied. Oh shoot. Shoot. I hope nobody said anything. They didn't. Good.
We're laying in bed. It's 5 a.m. I'm tired. He's like, don't go on your phone. I'll be right back. So I'm sitting in bed like, can't wait to get these duties beat. Time is passing. I was calling, texting. He wasn't answering the phone. Anyways, turns out that him and my best friend were doing nasty. She was sucking, she was riding, she was doing all that. It's all on camera. 2 hours of footage, right? Anyways, the night goes on, the day goes on, 2 months pass. I have no idea this happened. I have no recollection. I don't think anything. I don't think he's cheating on me. And I damn sure don't think it was with my best friend, right? She's acting like nothing happened. He's acting like nothing happened. Why would I ever think anything happened? 2 months later, I was going through his phone, and not because I had trust issues or not because I thought he was cheating on me. I wasn't going through his text. I wasn't going through his Instagram. I was actually going through his camera roll because we took a video of me slobbing on his knob, and I wanted to airdrop it to myself. So when we weren't together and I was home alone by myself and I was using my rolls, I wanted to be able to touch myself to the video. So he was asleep next to me. I was going through his phone scrolling. I see a thumbnail of a white back, right? I have a white back. So I'm like, oh, I never seen this back shots video before. Like, why he never showed me this? Like, I never knew this existed, right? So I'm excited to see this movie that we made. I click on it. Newsflash, it was not me. It was my best friend. So I'm sitting there watching the video. Just poundage from the back. Story time on how I found do not buy this.
You can do this for all, Ray. You're so nice.
Okay, this is perfect. life.
Yeah.
You got a lot of work to do?
Yeah. I got water grass, pick stuff up,
Good
fix
for you.
it, chairs, all kinds of stuff up.
Have you ever woken
By
up?
that top plate, and then boom.
On the top plate.
And then boom. Put in the top plate, put in the gun.
Easy, dude. Look how good it looks too. Which top plate? Oh my gosh, that looks insane. Look at that thing. It's the one that goes underneath. It goes underneath the handrail, right? Yeah. The sight's done. You're still gonna have that giant iron sight in your front. In the front.
Yes.
It's not worth it.
I don't know about that one because it's just kind of low, so it might come out.
Yes, you're just gonna see iron.
You might have ass. You might have ass in your mouth here in a second.
This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. You guys are arguing with me. Like I haven't already gone
I'm
through
putting the
this.
gas block back on.
By that top plate, and then boom.
On the top plate.
And then boom. Put in the top plate.
Easy, dude.
There's COVID on planes, and I love her mom. It's the season of the sticks, and I saw your mom. Crap that I visited.
So many Muslims around the world who are named after Jewish prophets without making the connection. A Muslim named Dawood, and then he says Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. But he is named after the king who proclaimed Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Right.
You see Hamas logo for this battle that they call the Battle of Al-Aqsa Flood. You see them quoting the Quran, the verse, "Idkhulu alayhim al-bab." This verse was, the Quran was praising two people for saying this. You know who are the two people? The spies of Israel, Joshua and Caleb. So Hamas is quoting Joshua and Caleb for doing this. You have a terrorist organization in Egypt, Sinai, called Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis. Arabic is the ally. They are called the allies of Bayt al-Maqdis. Muslims are repeating the word Bayt al-Maqdis without knowing that it comes from the Hebrew word Bayt HaMikdash. They are called the allies of Bayt HaMikdash, the allies of the Jewish temple.
Wow.
So you should make amends with Israel and recognize its existence. When I was in Paris, when Rachel was telling me this,
Yeah.
I was saying, no, Bayt al-Maqdis is an Arabic word. She told me, Luay, I'm sorry. Bayt al-Maqdis comes from Bayt al-Mikdash. Not so many Muslims know that. So many Muslims.
So I ball so hard.
I can't believe I gotta chop all my wood one log.
Yeah, I could squat up, but I'm not that great, but I like to play. He's still on? Probably not. I missed that message. Fuck.
Look at the time. All right, let's put this thing. I am officially the next playable voice actor for Escape from Tarkov. This is not a joke, and it is all thanks to you all who have supported me. So way back in March, Battlestate Games emailed me the massive tags that you guys had sent them.
Chelsea selling Mo Salah is the biggest transfer mistake in Premier League history. 3, 2, 1.
You messed up.
Oh, you don't think it's a mistake because it benefited you? Yeah.
I'll wait there. If I gotta go with it, please, to say that it was a mistake.
I really like these iron sights. They're nice. What the fuck does he have already? What ammo did he use? That's what I want to know. Okay.
10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago or so, and switched over.
I just picked up the toner.
Okay.
Granny's cookies. Pay attention. 34.2 grams of strawberry shortcake protein powder. 170 grams.
Alright. It'd help if I didn't think I needed to fight everybody and everything. I should have backed up there. Couldn't see him or open fire faster. Distracted by the gunfire. There's two of them over there. I guess the real reason why I want to go over there so bad is because they have food and drink. Okay, bud. You missed. Oh, fuck!
We used to have stop and frisk for criminals in this country, but liberals whine, so now we only have it for soccer moms in here.
So you like it when police stop and frisk black people, but you're angry when white women have to go through a metal detector. Got it.
Yeah, so I think he said criminals. We used to have stop and frisk for criminals in this country. He definitely didn't say black people. He said criminals. And you can't just switch out the term criminals for black people because those two terms aren't synonymous, right? And if someone were to switch out the term criminals and instinctively use black people, or switch out soccer moms for white women, that would be kind of weird. That would be engaging in racial stereotypes. Some would even say that's just being racist. And I just never would have been able to imagine that someone who spends all their time mimicking.
If you have dogs and you don't have one of these,
I was shut down by evil woman. They tell me I have to bring things up to code. I do not know how to do this all by myself.
You could scale up the business, right? Maybe hire some workers.
I cannot afford the workers.
You could get interns. Yes.
Intern American people are the 40 with it.
Right, you compensate them in education and experience.
Like slave?
No. That's not what I mean. That's a little bit of an oversimplification.
come here for a second and talk to this lovely lady.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh my god, it's Kurt.
Are you Camilla Cabella?
Yeah, I am.
Havana, ooh-na-na.
Oh, Nana. Who's your favorite superhero? I'm gonna just say Spider-Man.
Hey, thanks!
What the who's your favorite superhero? Spider-Man.
Hey, thanks!
Okay, stop. But if you hadn't guessed, I'm making TikTok and YouTube right now. What's your TikTok? Let me type it in for you, mommy.
You're my biggest fan.
What? What? You're famous. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. You know, sometimes you forget. Yeah, I do actually. I forget every day. Do you have a TikTok? I do have a TikTok. Ariana Tola. It's too lovely to meet you.
12 million of you saw me shave my dog naked, and 11 million of you hated me for it. Today marks 7 weeks since that video was posted, and I thought I would bring you along for a day in the life of reshaving my dog. Yes, this...
His name is Recruit Resper. This is during my first cycle. He looks at me like dead in my face, and he goes, "Get away from me, sir. You can't break me. I'm a soldier." And I look at him dead in his freaking face, and I was like, challenge accepted. Every morning when he woke up, I'd have the fire watch bring his go fasters and put them online. So as soon as he got up and counted off, he would look down and see him, and I'm like, get him on, get outside. And on Paris Island, they have pits where you do incentive training, and it's thick in there.
To hit this up and go over and hit up real estate office. Ooh. I need that. I'm gonna grab it back. Oh no, I lost it. Okay, whatever, I lost it.
твои деньги, спас.
Oh, I'm tempted to just shoot him for his bag. No, cannot do it. Need the scabbard. That sucks. Already been looted. Just don't want to waste my time. There's a chance somebody could leave something behind, but it's low. So.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Ништяк, пацаны, сегодня мы кайфуем.
Sewer manhole. Intelligence. is always shit. I don't even know why I picked up the key, to be honest with you. Don't forget to check here for absolutely nothing. It's not a bad ammo, I just don't have the space right now. I'm prioritizing my hideout items. Some toolboxes over here. I'll come grab. There's not toolboxes here, I was just kidding. Oop, there's a... There's a helmet. Okay. Fuck me, I guess.
Ништяк, пацаны, сегодня мы кайфуем.
Hello everybody, well, the odds that Ten Hag gets sacked by Christmas whilst having been sacked by the BBC whilst live on air. I mean, poetic, some might say. We'll talk about that as well. Anyway, what a lovely evening it is. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I didn't even realise I was on the show tonight. I know I said it this morning, I completely forgot. I was down the pub with Seb, having a couple of pints, and then I realised it's not Kev tonight, it's me. So you get me. So it could be great. Palm says, who's Kone? Well, look, we may as well start off with this because this is what we do on the United Stand. It's not all about sensationalist headlines. We will talk about Agate. It isn't even Sir Jim Radcliffe working on that deal, by the way. We'll reveal who is working on that deal, who's got a very good relationship with PSG and what's actually happening there and why Man United will end up paying 60 million euros despite everyone saying we won't. We'll give you the explanation on that. We'll also talk about this genuine move by Juventus for Jadon Sancho, which could lead to him leaving Manchester United. But what we're going to talk about is Sekou Kone, who Fabrizio Romano has done a here and go on in the last couple of hours. Who the hell is it? Well, I'll tell you this. He doesn't play for a European club. He plays for a club in Mali. He's played for Mali under 17s, which is obviously in Africa. And he is signing for Manchester United at 18 years of age as a defensive midfielder. All we know about it is that it's very much in the rhythm of Obi Martin, where we're looking to bring in young, talented teenagers who are going to make a difference to this football club over the next few years. I'm not going to knock this. Doesn't matter whether he's from Mali, doesn't matter whether it's from South America. We've been asking for this sort of deal, and yeah, I want us to tap into the South American market, but let's not be you know, geographical-ist. I think it's a very interesting deal. Now, look, there is nobody, no TikToker knows who this person is. Well, actually, I can think of one who pretends that he watches the Russian Second League and the Portuguese, you know, National League and all that. I'm sure they'll be telling us everything about it because they've been watching him for the last 3 years. But the cool thing is, nobody knows anything about this player. Apart from me and you, who's been watching YouTube clips for the last hour. I have been watching some YouTube clips of him, and this is very dangerous. And I'm going to put my hand in the air and say, I've watched YouTube clips, and this doesn't mean anything. However, having watched those clips, I think he's quite similar to Ugarte, because I've only watched about 10 minutes, and it's clips from different games, but you can get a sense of, look, McTominay can't do that. You know, Fred couldn't do that. You do get a bit of a thing about the way his body moves. And when I look at him, he does remind me of Ugarte a little bit in the sense that he's really quick at anticipating the danger, and he's got very close feet. So he'll win the ball back, someone will come in, and he's very good at moving the ball quickly and then moving it off. He just reminds me a little bit of Ugarte more than anything else that we've got. And Ugarte, as I've said before, yes, he's tenacious, yes, he's quick, but he's also a player that's quite good in tight spaces. He wins the ball back, he'll drive it forward, and he'll get rid of it. And what I've seen of this Kone is that he looks quite similar to that. And it just got me thinking, look, it's YouTube clips. It could be complete and utter nonsense, but it could also be the profile of midfielder that we're trying to bring in. I think Collier's quite like that as well. When you look at Collier, yeah, hell of a long way to go. But what does Collier do? Quick into the tackle, wins the ball back, anticipates things. How many times do you see Collier anticipate danger, sprint in, take the ball, drive it forward, give a pass? And I think that maybe that's the sort of thing that we're looking at. So look, I don't know. A lot of people saying it's Vival who's done this. It doesn't matter whether it's Vival or Ashworth or whoever. I think it's the right goals. I will talk about this Scholes stuff because I've not seen it, and it's the second one, Robert McCormack, and now also Shane Doyle. Just on Kone, I got the juice, says, is he young enough to be considered homegrown? I'm just trying to see if I can get it. I don't know what his date of birth is. I mean, that's always a concern. February the 3rd, 2006. What does that make him? 18 in February. Probably just misses out. You got to have 3 full seasons before you're 21, so maybe he'll just miss out on that. Anyway, look, let's talk about Ugarte. Latest on Ugarte is that, quite rightly, a lot of people were thinking today that we might get a here we go. Fabrizio and a few others really flirting around the fact that it's really, really close. Then we got a story from Duncan Castles saying that basically, PSG will resolutely get the 60 million euros they've always wanted. The delay has always been that PSG wants 60 million euros, and they are confident that they will get it. They don't want a loan, they want the money. Also went on to say that there is the reason that this has been dragging out a little bit is because it's ego between Sir Jim Radcliffe and Qatar, who have obviously resonating issues in relation to who got hold of Manchester United. I mean, look, it's a logical story. I even tweeted about it when I read it. I was down the pub. But obviously somebody saw my tweet and
There's fucking
And they
three
messaged
of
me,
them.
and it was actually Ben Jacobs, and he said that's not true about any issue between Sajim and Qatar. Basically said to me that Man United and PSG have had good conversations for about 2 months about various things, and they're actually fine. The person who's actually leading this deal is Jean-Claude Blanc, who used to be at PSG very, very high up and is now on the board at Manchester United. It's got nothing to do with Sir Jim Ratcliffe or Qatar and some sort of ego thing. So apparently our relationship with PSG is actually very good, because if it was very bad or there was any resonating issue, we never would have got past stage one. PSG want Agate to come to us, we want Agate, the relationship is very, very good, and Blanc is very respected by PSG, having worked there, and he's now at Manchester United. PSG's big issue is they want 60 million euros. That's the delay. There is an element of truth to what Duncan Castle says, but there is not an element of truth to the fact that it's to do with Sir Jim and Qatar having some sort of, dick measuring competition about who's got the biggest ego. Actually, it's about the fact that PSG are quite happy for Agate to go, but they want 60 million euros. Now, I said to Ben, I don't agree with that. I don't think he's worth 60 million euros because they want to get rid of him after a year. Ben Jacobs said to me, PSG think he is. It's only a year since they bought him. You know, he's still in his early 20s, and they believe that if he does well at Man United and they let him go on the cheap, they look stupid. So they want 60 million euros for him. It's not like Casemiro, who was like late 20s when Real Madrid sold him to Manchester United. So I think with Agate, it obviously is really close. And I think that the question is, do you want to pay 60 million euros? And what will your interpretation of it be? I think it's problematic, because PSG clearly want 60 million euros, and that's why we are where we are. Man United don't want to pay it. But I would say it's been going on for so long now, it doesn't need the Sir Jim versus Qatar element. It's basically PSG want 60 million euros. And I think everyone's got a smile on their face, but they're going, we want 60 million euros. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, because if we pay 60 million euros, people will say, well, we should have just paid it 2 months and he could have had pre-season. If we don't pay 60 million euros, everyone will say, brilliant negotiating that got us what we want. It's a tough one, isn't it? And Robert McCormack says, Ornstein says PSG wants 60 or it won't happen. I sort of agree, Robert, and Ben Jacobs said exactly the same to me. I feel that now we're almost at that point where we're going to have to do it. I mean, Gaza says we should walk away. To what? To do what? That's not a position you can walk away from now. I don't think there's anything we can pivot to. I don't think we have any backup, and I think it's too important an area to just say, let's not have a holding midfielder for the whole season, because I don't rate Casemiro to be able to do it for the whole season. So I think the solution for me is twofold. One, we haven't got the bloody money, or two, we just do it with add-ons. Loads of people are saying it in the chat. Just do it with add-ons. Just do 45 plus 15 in add-ons, or 50 plus 10 in add-ons. Just do it in bloody add-ons. So look, apparently it's really close. So we're going to find out. I don't think it's like, oh my God, how are we going to do this deal? Apparently it's really close. But I think the only reason it's taken this long is because PSG resolutely wants 60 million euros, nothing more. And as I said, it's Jean-Claude Blanc who's working on the deal. He's the guy who's, facilitated this and is ridiculously respected by PSG. So I think it will get done. Hi Mark, disappointed United haven't gone in for a left back, but I love Kadioglu. How would you feel about the deal maybe next summer, says Landon? I think he'll go to Brighton this summer, mate. I always said about Kadioglu that one, I had a feeling we weren't in for him, and two, everyone I ever spoke to said we weren't in for him. It felt like it was a bit of a fan theory with a bit of crap media. I don't believe that talk about Sir Jim and Qatar. No one else has been talking about it, and it's such an easy drama. Exactly, LMP, and I fell into the trap, I've got to say. Then again, if you look at my tweets between 4 o'clock and 5:30, it's very obvious what I'm doing and what's influencing it, and it ain't a cup of tea. Juno says, wife and I just came back from our first UK trip, was at the Fulham game, didn't hear from you about the studio tour, sadly. Got your book though, so good, says Juno. Thank you very much, mate. We need to sort out some of these studio tours, because I know a lot of people would like to do them. Is this down to the FSP deal PSG had to make 2022, says Waz? I think they need to make some money back, yeah. Do you think the Rasmus will be back up to Xerxes, says La Familia? I don't know and I don't care, mate. I don't want to make it about either or. I think Rasmus has got to get fit first. But hopefully Xerxes, as per my preview that you can check out on the channel, will start. Shane Doyle says, hi Mark, not sure if you saw Scholes talking about Agate, saying he's not the player we need in midfield, that we need more of a footballer with a brain, does mainly play tennis, love the show. I hate saying this. I absolutely hate saying this because I've never met Paul Scholes, I've never met Roy Keane, I've never met David Beckham, I have met Ryan Giggs, we'll leave it there, and he was alright. I think he was a bit off before we went on stage, but once we were on stage, he was fine. But I've never met these people, but they're legends to me. And you know what they say about not meeting your heroes. And, you know, for all I know, he might think I'm a complete knobhead, in which case he's never met me. So, you know, I can only be as honest as I can be in relation to the opinions that I'm reacting to. And I'm never going to be quiet about something just because I haven't met them. The opinion's out there, you put it out publicly. Publicly, you leave yourself open to a response. I don't believe that Paul Scholes has seen enough of Agate. Just the same, I don't believe that Gary Neville's seen enough of De Ligt, or that Roy Keane's seen enough of Xerxes, or that Rio's watched enough of De Ligt. I don't believe they watch football in the way that you do, and therefore I don't trust their opinions on these players. I'm sorry, I don't think they do. I listen to certain pundits who aren't Man United all the time. I don't think they watch Man United play. I watched a certain YouTuber, ex-player, talk about Man United against Fulham for 20 minutes with another ex-player saying that we didn't press. And I'm like, you didn't... I felt like going, yeah, we didn't press, you didn't watch the fucking game. And that's what pisses me off.